The heck? By now, we've all seen the woke, leftist, psychotic meltdown videos that are flooding the internet.
You cannot be serious! How did I wake up to this garbage as my president? That's right, garbage!
What the So glad you guys got your cheap-ass groceries. You're f***ing broke! You're f***ing broke! Broke! I said I'm f***ing being serious! You're f***ing broke!
I'll buy.
Nobody wants to live in a country full of hate!
I'm sorry! No!
No, God!
Why?
No, God, please, no! No!
It's all hate!
So tell me, peace, love, and tolerance crowd, where's all that hate coming from again?
I wish the bullet didn't miss.
Oh, there it is.
You guys know that my husband turned Republican this term. I don't know why.
Wait, tell me more about your tolerance.
I threw his ass out of the house. I think I'm gonna sleep with his friends.
Never mind.
Who the fuck here voted against my motherfucking rights?
Literally no one. You have the same amount of rights as you had before.
I know that there are people that I passed today that potentially voted to take away my rights and the rights of my friends and the rights of my family. Shakes me to my fucking core.
If they're talking about abortion rights, Trump has categorically rejected the idea of a universal abortion ban. That has not happened. It's not going to happen. He never said it was going to happen. You people are psychotically delusional.
Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan. And I'm dead f***ing serious.
Apparently there's this new movement called the 4B movement, which is basically where a bunch of leftist women have sworn off sleeping with men. Because Trump or something.
In the wake of Donald Trump's historic win, there's a new movement sweeping America. Disappointed women are actually swearing off men. They're saying no to dating, no to marriage, no to sex.
Celibacy, at least to me, isn't that hard.
And no to having children.
I personally think that if all of these men are voting to take our rights away, they don't deserve to touch a woman for the next 4 years.
I don't want to touch another man with a 10-foot motherfucking pole.
Oh no, wait, don't.
4B movement for real, f*** men.
Why would you say that?
I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry. We're probably gonna stay dry. I'm dry as a desert, baby.
You should see a doctor.
For the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men. So I highly encourage any other women that are single to do the same.
So let me get this straight. The same group of women who champion abortion are now going to be practicing abstinence?
For a lot of these women, I don't think that the demand for them is as high as they think it is in their own narcissistic mind. Like, I hope Democrats keep doing it. Keep shaving your head, keep wearing masks, keep getting the septum piercing, the mark of the beast. Keep doing it because we love to watch it. It's entertainment.
So they are turning to a movement that advocate, wow, no sex, dating, marriage, or children.
Then the conservatives will outbreed you.
Right.
Good plan. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard.
So, thank you for that, ladies. Sir, ma'am.
It is ma'am.
My goal here isn't to run another victory lap around these people, but I do think they should be exposed for who they really are, which they're doing a wonderful job of that, all by themselves.
So does anybody know how to find or hire a hitman? I think we could pull this off collectively.
Go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you.
If you voted for Trump, you deserve to die by my hands. I'm better than you. You're a horrible person. You don't deserve air. Fucking kill yourself before I get to you.
Women who can divorce their husbands, I'm gonna need you to do it today. And who can't divorce their husbands, look up Aqua Tofana.
Yep, that was a call for women to poison their husbands.
I'm not gonna like swipe right on anybody because f*** men and I'm not dating anymore.
I'd love to paint this wall blood fucking red.
That was Racism, Sexism, Bigotry, and Intolerance, brought to you by the same people that claim to be against racism, sexism, bigotry, and intolerance.
White people. White skin.
If you thought I hated white men before, you don't even know what's coming for them crackers.
Maybe they voted for Kamala, but like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
I say we pass a law that requires anyone who voted for that orange piece of shit to wear their Trump hat 24/7.
In other words, you want an entire group of people whom you disagree with to be required by law to wear an article of clothing that identifies them? Don't forget, the internet is forever.
Because conservatives are dangerous. So I think we should all get a public service warning. Don't you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, please tell us more, wokies, about how Trump is the new Hitler and his supporters are the Nazis.
What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom?
Oh, you mean when Americans use their freedom to vote for Donald Trump because of democracy?
What is wrong with you? I'm done.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today. Told my friends who are Trump supporters. I can't believe this country did this again.
And this one is for the Trump supporters. You are going to hell for this.
Is it some kind of unwritten rule that batshit insane people have to get a nose ring? My ex-wife and her daughter had nose rings. I just answered my own question. I think that the type of people that are having that kind of reaction to Trump's victory can be summed up in 3 different categories. 1, some of these people are clearly mentally ill.
Stop. Stop.
So these are the people that already have tons of undiagnosed or diagnosed mental problems, struggling with who they are, their identity. So day in and day out, the people who they look up to are constantly fear-mongering and lying to them over and over and over again about how their rights are being taken away. Trump is Hitler and he's the threat to democracy, to the point where people think they're the hero if they shoot him. All of this is, of course, backed up by mainstream media, which is bought and paid for by leftist propaganda pushers.
In your latest piece in The Atlantic, why does Trump sound like Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini?
Trump and his MAGA supporters not only embrace political violence, but they laugh about it, echoing the same exact language used in Nazi Germany.
Well, Hitler was duly elected. That's right. Right?
The second sort of group of these people would be the people that are willfully ignorant. These are the people that know better. These are the narcissistic idiots that say stuff like, well, the reason why we didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because this still is a misogynist and sexist and racist nation.
There are levels of sexism and racism that clearly a lot of people in this country are willing to tolerate.
Cannot ignore there is still a lot of racism and gender bias in this country. Kamala Harris is a woman of color running as a woman to be the head of state. That is something a lot of Americans are not ready to deal with.
That it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Is this country not ready for a woman to become president?
Meanwhile, purposefully suppressing the fact that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote in 2016.
And remember, I did win more than 3 million votes than my opponent. So he should worry less about the election and my winning the popular vote than doing some other things.
Barack Hussein Obama won before that. He was black, right? America is ready for a female president. Kamala just sucked. Kamala was the clearest example of somebody that was manufactured, selected, and just thrown out there. She was clearly not qualified to be president. Are you going to look at Kamala and tell me you really would have been proud if she would have been elected?
What can be, unburdened by what has been. 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 What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be? I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
And lastly, some of these people are just evil.
Swear to God, if you idiots elect that demented man, I will burn this whole place to the ground.
If you're a conservative woman, here's how I'm gonna fix your life, okay? I'm gonna seduce your husband. I'm younger than you, conservative woman that married him.
I told you that there's a medication called metadroxyprogesterone acetate, spelled like this. It comes in both an injectable and a pill form. The pill form is not water soluble, but it's mildly soluble in alcohol, and it's full of a lot of really harmful hormones, which is why it's mainly prescribed to women. But if men take it stops their ability to reproduce.
There is a highly trained professional assassin out there right now, and you have one job.
One thing that I've noticed about leftists is that they are the very thing they say they're against. They say they're against racism, but all they talk about is race. They say they're against sexism, yet they're swearing off and even threatening to kill or poison men. Doesn't matter if the men voted for Trump, just men. Altogether men. Men are the enemy. And they say they're for women's rights, but they would vote in support of policies that would destroy women's sports by allowing biological males to compete and go into women's locker rooms and in women's showers. It's not about policy to these people. These people hate you, they hate themselves, they hate America, and they hate God. If you support this, you are either mentally ill or you're evil. There is no middle ground.
There is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not.
These are also the people that stumble over their own hypocrisy. On one hand, they will tell you that Trump is divisive, that he's going to divide the country. And then in the next breath, they will tell you to avoid family members during the holidays if they voted differently than you.
Where you have family members, where you have close friends who you know have voted in ways that are against you. It's completely fine to not be around those people.
How am I supposed to go to work and do all of my normal daily activities? I see dead people. And I just want my mom. But my mom voted for it.
One thing I think this election showed us is that legacy mainstream media is dead. Independent media has won this election. No longer is it just Fox News and CNN or MSNBC telling us the conclusions that they've already come to.
Push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Trump has also put out messages saying that he's going to stop the censorship. He's going to put an end to social media platforms shadow banning or censoring anyone that disagrees with leftist ideologies. It is a golden age in America, and now all of our voices can truly be heard. We are going to shape the America that we want. The interesting thing is, now that we have control over all the areas of government, a lot of the top leftist leaders are calling for unity.
President Joe Biden addressing the nation and calling for unity after President-elect Donald Trump's win in the 2024 election.
These people will stab Trump and Trump supporters in the back the second we turn away. It is not a time for unity. It is time to finally drain the swamp. Because as Trump learned with his 2016 presidency, if you don't do that, they will come back to get you. And I am really, really excited to see where this goes. And whatever 12, 15, 20 people this reaches, I'm honored that you stayed long enough to watch. Because now even us tiny, almost non-existent channels have some kind of voice. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.